what did you have to do to get that your suspended video up? And I go, I don't know, just had to scrub those video.
Well, you got it up, though.
Yeah, I did. But then he was all concerned because they're going to do a, I don't know, what do you want to say, a team state party.
Yeah.
And he was concerned that they're going to play music in the background, and he was concerned that his video wasn't going to get
Oh,
played.
sure. He's a real antsy dude.
He was concerned about a lot of things. I go, dude, just record it and accept the fact afterwards. And he's like,
Yeah.
he was like, ugh.
I bet you one of our plugs are unplugged.
Nope. I didn't even know she was coming.
She seen you? I'm like, I thought we only had one scene.
So all I did is I re-added it. That's all I did. But now I'm looking for scale to fit, or where is that at?
Do you want to stand up? Do you want to use this rolling cart?
No, I got it. I'm right here. Good. Is that what we're looking at? Is that what we're looking at?
No.
What are we looking at?
No, I've got. Oh, that's this.
Oh,
It's this.
hang on, and then I did that wrong. Was Lauren here?
Is what?
Lauren here?
Lord.
Like the girl that she was just complaining about.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Couldn't tell you what she looks like.
There, now we're good. All right, cool.
And then I think our case is still in here, right?
Yeah.
So we put it up in this top.
Yeah. I got some pieces here. Hopefully this is not dead. It might be dead.
It is.
Yep.
Yeah, and of course, I cook right when it's that his lights go off. Yeah. And that's that whole on the top. So. Sweet.
Unless we turn it down.
Yeah.
years I've been coaching one person not coming back. So the year started a little unique, and there's a bump that one senior, his name was Champ the Cop here. We'll recognize him, but he obviously didn't get to finish the way he wanted, and it was kind of it was a heartbreaker to watch that. But to start having a senior on your team, it's a little unique and exciting. The next phase for next year that everyone here is coming back, and we're making a run this year. We're pretty close to staying on both sides of things. We had a new wrestler that we've been waiting for over a decade out of high school. So that was awesome to be able to get back into the high school, not have to taxi back and forth from high school and middle school or up here and try to get everything organized into the athletic or just a lot of little just little mental bandwidth to make sure you have everything at the right school at the right time. That was all taken away this year by having the new high school going there, and we're thankful for that. Some of the accomplishments this year, we have Big Rivers champs as a team, co-champs individually, and then we went head to head. So how that ended up working out. We got third at Northern Badger with one champ there. Really proud of our community coming together. That's another big event, wrestling in Highland, that our whole town chips in with, and really proud of. I take pictures of the finals every year when I send them to some of my other wrestling counterparts around my area, and they're always impressed with the finals. How it's just break down in a high school gym, a lot of Christmas decorations. Most don't have that, and I think it's pretty cool. So coach really tried. We had two big one placer, one state finalist. One of them's not here tonight. Him and Whale Deaton are wrestling tomorrow. So as their names get called throughout the night, they're not here. We had three people either tie or break the single season win record, which going into the season I didn't know we'd have the opportunity to do that many matches. So once they started getting closer to the end of the year, you only can have 50 matches going into regionals or sectionals now. I had to start crunching some numbers because I didn't think we'd be that close, but it ended up being a cool thing where Whalen tied the single season record with 45. Then Oliver broke it with 49, and then Jacob set the new record at 50. Usually for the seniors, we do a little video clip, so we emulate how long the speeches are and what they talk about exactly. But like we have Lucas here tonight. Lucas is president of the senior spotlight. We'll give him the floor, and he'll give a speech for our seniors.
My name is Felix Walquist. Coach always has a bunch of seniors at the end of the year, and he gives us a bunch of questions to answer how we would, I guess. So the first one is what being a Wildcat wrestler means to me. Personally, it's showing grit and perseverance, not making excuses or feeling sorry for yourself no matter the situation you're in, and never taking the easy way out. the team. Make sure you wrestle outside the season, find camps, go to victory, for sure. But anyways, my senior year didn't really go how I wanted it to go. I was just getting ready to put everything that I learned together over the 14 years that I wrestled, and had a career-ending injury, but I was still able to put in some effort on the sidelines coaching and teaching young wrestlers how to put moves together. Thanks to my family and coaches and the community as a whole. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Felix this year after his injury, and we found out kind of what the result was, and he wasn't going to be able to compete the way he wanted to. He really, I know it hurt deep down, but he really wasn't. It didn't faze him in a way. He just showed up every day like he knew he was expected to do. He led like he knew he was expected to do, being the only senior. He mentored people. He got out there for the flip, crutches and all every time before the match. So just kind of one of those things where even though his role on the team changed a little, he still knew what he had to do and knew what it took to be a good teammate. So really proud of him for that. Get 2 awards. Okay, so this is going to be the little different part here since we have all these awesome posters. Usually when we call up awards, people would come up and get them, but we're going to try and do a little different here. So there's some that we'll just kind of give a round of applause, raise your hand or stand up, and I'll let you know that beforehand. And then some of them with the posters, we'll just congratulate you, and then afterwards you can come up and find your poster. I know all of you probably found them already before I saw you looking at them, so that'll be a little different. But we'll start with these certificates. So these ones, you can come up and get them since they're not officially on the poster here. Cameron will come help here. All right, the first one, Big Rivers, like all conference awards. So I'll do the boys, and then Austin can do the girls. We'll start with the first team. We have Oliver Larson and Jacob Hutchins, and Waylon's not here either. So those were our 3 first team.
For our first team all conference, we had Olivia Luther at 100 pounds and Providence Kretzman at 145.
Then we have second team. We have Brexton Hornkey and Ryder Loomis. And then honorable mention, Micaiah Black and Isaiah Black. All right, those are all conference wrestlers. And then we'll give these out at the end too, because the whole team, we wouldn't be able to fit the whole team up here, but the whole team got a Big Rivers certificate for being team champs there. Next we'll do varsity letter winners. So when I call your name, come up here, stay up here for a picture. We have Blake Rodriguez, Clayton Maves, Tyrone Sabalos Lopez,
Lopez. Royden Roslansky. Ryder Loomis. Preston Whalen. Scoot down so I guess. Oliver Larson. Kaya Black. Max Walquist. Isaiah Black. Felix Walquist. Declan Braden. Caleb Rasmussen. Rexton Hornkey. And Mason Dunn.
For the girls, Olivia Luther. Audrey Aylwin. Lila Wishick. Emmeline Torgerson. Hyper Breeze. Providence Kretzman. Daphne Kohler.
Okay, next one, like we already talked about, the team GPA was a 3.4, so with that, we had a lot of good GPAs for our individual athletes. The first category here is between from a 3.0 to a just below 3.5, so 3.49. We have Tyrone, Max, yeah, you guys can come and grab these, Declan, Blake Bjork, Rexton, Daphne, Isaiah. Oh no, that one should be on the next one. That's that one. All right, then the next group, 3.5 to a 3.99. We have Isaiah Black, Jackson Lacey, and Jens Brown. Okay, and then we had a handful of 4.0s, which is awesome. Ulysses Sevilla, did I say that right? I was saying it wrong all year, and he didn't want to tell me, so now he finally told me, so I want to make sure I said it right. Yeah. We have Royden, Micaiah, and Charlize. Oh, I skipped a category. I missed the 3.5. That must have been separated. We got more. We got Jonah Thompson, Kaylee Sura, Lauren, Preston, Veda, Waylon is not here, and Willem. And those are still 3.5. Then I have Austin already talked about them, but we have our team managers. It looks like only two of them are here tonight. Daphne and Charlize, I want to say thank you. You guys come up here. I want to say thank you as well. lot of work for us / me throughout the year, and really appreciate everything you guys do.
So I have certificates as well. All of these certificates are also on their poster. But for the highest GPA with a 3.9 was Lila Wojcik. Team MVP. This was kind of a given with everything that she kind of did this season, with kind of putting the team on her back and bringing everyone to victory Mondays and Tuesdays. Olivia Luther. Most dedicated. So she, I met her in a very interesting way. I was on my way to practice and she stopped me in the hallway. And she was like, "Oh, I'm Emily Torgerson and I would like to join the wrestling team." I was like, "Yeah, by all means, I'm going to practice now, so you want to come right now?" She was like, "Yeah." And after that moment, as she was like, "What do I do?" I was like, "Just follow everyone. Follow everyone." And she stuck to it. And it took her a while, but she was finally able to figure out how to do a somersault. And whenever she gets upset, she will go in the back of the classroom and start dishing out some somersaults. But she deserves this most dedicated because regardless, after any tournament, every match, she would come up to me and ask, "What do I need to do? What can I do to get better?" And I would just tell her, I'm like, just continue to show up to practice, give 100%. And she did that even when she injured her knee. She would still show up, she would do the rehab, and still ask what she can do. And I just told her to relax and just get healthy. So this award goes to Emily Torgerson. So I wasn't able to watch too much of the girls wrestle last year because I was just a practice partner for Lincoln McCarty. But I kind of got a gist of how they performed, and the most takedowns this year, she was a takedown machine, and we had a couple of those. And it was a very close race, but she ended up pulling away towards the end. And I don't know if some of it's because I told her to keep cutting, but she did a heck of a job, and she stuck the pedal to the metal and got 81 takedowns. Providence Cressman.
Yeah.
A lot of these statistics were very, very close neck and neck. The most pins, it was kind of going back and forth throughout the whole season. And then towards the end, someone just started getting more techs instead of falls. So Olivia Luther with 19 pins. Teammate of the year. This one was very special because I thought for sure she was a goner after the second day of the practice. This individual, I was talking to her, walking her through a move, and I turn away, go help one of the other girls, and not even 2 minutes later, she's coming up to me, holding her arm, and she thinks she broke her collarbone. And I was like, no way. Sure enough, she broke her collarbone, but she stuck it out. She came to practice every day when I thought she wouldn't, and she would do stuff on the side, continue to rehab, do whatever it took, and she ended up coming back, was able to compete, and unfortunately broke it again. And she continued to stick around, help when I didn't have Charlize or a manager come with. She would record, and she was always by my side in the seat cheering on the teammates. And the teammate of the year goes to Daphne Kohler. Most near fall points with 58. This was kind of going back and forth, but Olivia Luther with 58 near fall points. Most wins with 38, and a new school record for the girls program. 38 wins. Freshman of the year. This individual and I had a lot of conversations regarding on how she didn't think she was doing quite good enough and thought that everyone was better than her. But I kept telling her to trust the process and that she's literally a freshman and this was her first year ever wrestling. And she stuck to it. And she continued to jump all over the place between starting out at 126, dropping all the way down to 114, and deciding to bump up towards the end of the season to 120. And she continued to work her butt off and earn honorable mention as a first-year wrestler, as well as accumulating 29 wins as a freshman. Audrey Edelman. Operational excellence award. This individual, I really wouldn't be able to do anything without. I am not tech savvy whatsoever. I am very bad. So before the season started, I was scrambling, trying to figure out how to use MapBoss because I thought I wasn't going to be the manager. And sure enough, Cam said, I get Charlize. And I struck gold because she saved me more than one time. And this award is for dedication and fostering the culture to commit to excellence and high quality results for this season. And I'm grateful for everything that you did this season. Charlie Scott. The First Whistle Award is for competing the first season and not so much just joining the sport. She likes to say she put up a good fight, trying to get me to persuade her to join. And let's just say I got one heck of an impression from more than one person of her family. This goes to Piper Vrees. She was originally a manager at the beginning of the season, and I just kept nudging her and saying, oh, this could be you, because I was trying to get more girls on the team. And she was like, yeah, right, you gotta convince my mom and my dad. And I was like, text them, see what they say. And they both, sure enough, said, yeah, go for it. And I was like, that wasn't so hard, was it? But I wanted to give her props because I knew she was gonna have a difficult time trying to learn everything so rapidly, but she kind of took it with a grain of salt and stuck with it, even through some injuries, and she just continued to kind of do the same thing in Emily's footsteps. Is what can I do to get better? So this one goes to Piper Breeze. Team captain. This is pretty. This is pretty obvious. She kind of goes towards the MVP. She kind of took this team and created that standard for what the girls program stands for, and led by example, which kind of shaped the other girls to kind of follow in her footsteps and create that their own standard of what solidify our foundation for what this team stands for. So, Olivia Luther, our team captain. The Miss Wildcat Award. This one is for dedication and contribution for the team spirit for this season. And this girl came out with a bang this at the beginning of the year. The first year wrestler, won her first match, and the whole team was just excited for her. And as we continued to wrestle, she started to feel pain in her rib cage, and she did not let that affect her. She may or may not have disobeyed what her mom said. I will not vouch for anything, but she continued to show up and tried to do what she could to get better and support the team. And this award goes to Lila Wojcik because she basically stood for everything what this team stands for.
Alright, our turn. You do this one. Alright, so these ones are the ones where just if you're when your name gets called, raise your hand or stand up. I know you probably rather raise your hand, and then when that category's done, give them a round of applause, and because these are all on the posters here. So perfect attendance. Again, this one. It is what it says it is. It showed up every day, came to work, and never missed a day throughout the year. So we had Isaiah Black, Micaiah Black, Waylon Deaton, Jacob Hutchins, Jackson Lacey, and Ryder Loomis. So those were our perfect attendance. 3 different categories here. 30 plus wins. We had Isaiah Black. I think he had 34. 40 plus wins were Ryder, Waylon, Oliver, and Rexton. And then our new program single season record was 50 with Jacob Hutchins. This next one, most takedowns and most pins. Jacob Hutchins got those on the pin side. Ryder, you were close. You were one off. 27 to 28 there, so you were chasing him down. MVP, we had Jacob Hutchins, state finalist. Pretty self-explanatory there. He had the most pins as well. So in the past we've done team score and where you finish at state. Kind of it's hard to tell what's most valuable, but he had both of them. So this year it was pretty straightforward. Near fall at Oliver Larson. Comeback Wrestler of the Year. We had Brexton Horkey missing all of his freshman year due to a knee injury. Really proud of the way he came back and was able to compete this year. Newcomer of the Year, or Freshman of the Year, Micaiah Black. Most Dedicated, Oliver Larson. Hardest Worker, Waylon Deaton. Ironman, I guess I can explain that one. It's just someone that, the way I would describe it is no one really wanted to wrestle him. It just, me as a coach sitting in the corner when he wrestled, it was painful. I thought for me to sit there and watch him wrestle, because he was beating up everybody and just kind of embodied Ironman, and that's Ryder Loomis. Teammate of the Year, we have Jackson Lacey. He didn't get as many matches in as I know he would have liked. There he is. But he was always there every day, working his butt off. Whenever kind of glanced over at him in the practice room, he always had his head down working, and never complained about not getting as many matches and things like that. He just came to work, practiced hard, traveled with the team, cheered on the team, never missed anything. So teammate of the year is Jackson Lacey. Utility man, this one
goes to Preston Whalen. I know he, sometimes when I called his name to get out there in a dual meet, I could tell, looking him in the eyes, that he was like, oh, what are you doing to me here? But those people on a wrestling team, especially in a dual meet situation, are really, really, really important. And his number / name got called a lot this year in situations where we needed him to just go out there and fight for his team. So the utility man was Preston Whalen. This next one's pretty similar to that, as in the next man up, kind of being ready, whatever your name's called. It might be having to volunteer for something in the practice room, be a practice partner, be someone's warm-up partner, or step out for the varsity spot in a bunch of different occasions. This individual was a varsity competitor throughout the year as well. Next man up is Mason Dunn. Glue guy. This is a new one. Every team has someone. It's not always the best athlete or quote unquote the most popular person, things like that. But you always have someone on the team that you just know, like they're in their presence. Everyone around them has a smile on their face. They bring people together, and they're just fun to be around. So every team has that person. And this year it was Reese Johnson. He always had something funny to say. He was throwing dimes in football and dodgeball and things like that. And he was just always fun to be around and just had an aura about him in the practice room, and people liked to be with him. So sportsmanship award. This one goes to a couple people. We have Jens Brown and Blake Rodriguez. Blake had some adversity throughout the year where he didn't get to compete as much as he wanted as well, but he always showed up and he supported his teammates and just embodied what our program was about. And same with Jens Brown. He's always in the, if he's not wrestling, he's always like in the coach's hip pocket, asking him questions, giving us updates on team scores, things like that, and always there to support his teammates. Then these next two are brothers, the Rasmussen brothers. I knew like the category of award that they should get, but it took me a long time to find a name for it, and it was student of the game. If they're not competing, they're just sitting in the stands or mat side, but you can just tell they're paying attention, analyzing everything. They can tell you every single match that happened throughout the 2 days at Northern Badger and the score probably. So that's where that award came from. I knew that both of them needed that award for that, the description of that, but I didn't know what the name of it would be until recently. So that's what that one is. Two more here. There's always a couple individuals throughout the season, especially in wrestling, and they're usually underclassmen, where their body just transforms. Whether it's they lose some weight or they get a lot stronger and things like that. And those two this year were Clayton Maves and Jonah Thompson. Now Clayton wrestled 165 at sectionals, and he wrestled 215 throughout the year. So he didn't weigh 215, but he wrestled there. So that's another type of utility man, and I was really proud of the way he handled a lot of those situations throughout the year. But he then volunteered after wrestling 215, and we had to make sure he weighed above 175 so we could bump him up to 215. Then he volunteered after trying to gain weight to go back down to 165, so he had to cut out his mini cinnies and get down to 165 to help the team there. Then finally, the Wildcat Award. Usually this always goes to a senior. We had one this year, and he was very deserving of it. A lot of the stuff that I've already said about him is the reason he would get this award. Just embodies what the program's about, especially the adversity that he dealt with this year, and still showing up and helping his team. So Wildcat Award goes to Felix Marcos. All right. So like I said, great job, and so if you see your picture and or name on any of them, you're welcome to take them as well as the photos on the tables as well. To close here, Austin and I both like to be short and sweet here, so to end, I just wanted to go over some off-season stuff. Austin I know has some. I think a lot of ours will be pretty similar there. So just want to hit on some off-season opportunities / expectations of the team. Like we said, everyone's coming back, and I know our team has some pretty big goals for the next couple of years. So with that comes some expectations in the off season too. So on Sports U, first off, if there's anyone here that's not on Sports U, on the boys side especially, I think maybe Austin might be switching to that on the girls too, just so we're all on the same platform. If you're not on it, meet with me after so we can get you set up on there, because all the communication throughout this off season will be on that, just like it was during the season. So on that, it was probably about a week ago, I sent out a schedule of some opportunities, practices, tournaments, things like that. I think it was through July. But to highlight some of those, Mondays and Thursdays, starting March 23rd, so after spring break, we'll have practices in the high school room. Mondays, youth, so if you have brothers or sisters, youth will be from 5 to 5:45 on Mondays, and then high school will be 6 to 7:30 on Mondays, and on Thursday high school and middle school will be combined. And then on Thursday, middle school and high school will be 6 to 7:30. So that'll go from March 23rd to July 30th. And the reason we're doing that is just to provide more opportunity for kids to get in and wrestle. We'll have some organized practices. I know a lot of the individuals here go to Victory or some other clubs and things, and it's not to say don't go there. It's just for kids that might not be at that point yet. We're trying to give them an opportunity to get on the mat as much as they can. So we wanted to make sure to offer something throughout the off season, and then that'll end in July, and then we'll probably take August off, and then start up in the fall. We don't know what that will look like yet, but so Mondays and Thursdays there will be opportunity there to get in our room if you're not going somewhere else already. Our team camp will be, again, I'll put all this out on Sports U, but our team camp will be June 10th, 11th, 12th. Those 3 days will probably be in the afternoon, like we've done in the past, where we'll bring in a clinician of some kind, college coach, college athlete, an alumni. They'll do an afternoon on the 10th, afternoon on the 11th, and an afternoon on the 12th. And then on the 13th, we'll go as a team. They do our girls side too, so if the girls want to join on that, we go to UW Eau Claire and get 3 to 5 duels in as a team. After that, April 19th is our freestyle tournament. So put that on your calendars. It's a good one because it has two different divisions, two different divisions that we're trying to do. So they have a beginners division. So if anyone here hasn't wrestled freestyle before, you can go be in the beginners division and wrestle there. Or if you have a lot of experience or wrestle, I think that's the cutoff, two years for the beginners and 2 years. So if you've wrestled 2 years of freestyle, you cannot be in the beginners division. They have a regular division that you can be in. So in the prior years, it's only been a beginners tournament. This year, it's going to be both. So everyone on our team can participate in that. And that is April 19th. And then we're looking. This is still TBD. Trying to get a small practice on the 18th. Freestyle practice, kind of an intro to freestyle for only River Falls kids, trying to find someone to come and hold that practice on the 18th, the day before that. So another thing to keep your eye out for. that in a second. I'm almost done. Qualifier setup, the youth qualifier. That's another huge fundraiser event put on by our community and our booster club and program. So that is on the setup for that will be on the 20th. If you want to come help roll out mats and get everything ready for that. But we will need everyone here, both athletes, managers, everything on the 21st, kind of all hands on deck for our program. Again, that's a big money maker for us. We only get it every other year as of right now. We're trying to change that, but that will be on the 21st of this month. I know it's during spring break, so that is a challenge. I know. And our golf outing, that will be July 24th this year. That's on the books, right? Okay. July 24th, we'll need 110 golfers. In the past, we haven't had the perfect days, and it's been hard to get people to come to our golf outing for one reason or the other. We have a Friday this year, and we need at least 100 or 110 golfers to meet the criteria that they're putting forth for us to get a Friday. So if you could tell everyone that you know to come out and golf and support the program on the July 24th, that would be awesome.
Came in most of the off-season stuff. I was able to meet with all the girls and kind of set their plan and goals for the off-season. And there's a lot of opportunities then for the girls' side through victory, and for those who want to keep competing as well. We're also going to meet up once a week for a conditioning workout, and just team bonding, play a game afterwards. Something like that, we'll figure that out once it starts going. And then I think you hit it as well, the lifting aspect of that. That is still yet to be determined. So other than that, we figured out what we gotta do to prepare for next season.
We have two more awards I forgot about that the parents some moms put together. It was the biggest gainers. So I think a lot of you noticed that they had a scale and a board. They were right. So the criteria or how it was judged was they put their lowest weight class they wrestled this year, and then whatever they weighed today when they stepped on the scale. So I called it pretty much perfect, I think, of who I thought it would be. Ryder Loomis won with plus 31.8 pounds. I think the Tuesday after sectionals when he came into the room, his shorts were bursting, his t-shirt was bursting.
Ryder.
And then with a close second, we had Oliver Larson that was plus 25.4.
Oliver.
And to kind of save me on this one, that is not what they weighed when they started this season. So they didn't. Just want to put that. Ryder didn't weigh 170 something pounds day one of the season in wrestling.